Walk into your grocery store this week and look at the freezer aisle. That stack of frozen juice cans your family has bought for 80 years is already thinning out, not because of a shortage, because someone in a boardroom decided you do not need it anymore. The Coca-Cola company confirmed it. Every frozen Minute Maid concentrate is being killed off in the first quarter of this year. Orange juice, lemonade, limeade, pink lemonade, raspberry lemonade, all of it gone. And here's the part nobody is saying on the morning news. The frozen concentrate was the cheapest, longest-lasting juice a low-income family could buy. A small can that stored for a year and cost a fraction of the bottle next to it. That is the one they are removing, not the expensive bottle, the survival option. Welcome to the survival research. If you have not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and the bell, because this channel exists for exactly this moment. This is where we track what the food industry quietly removes before you ever notice it is gone. You are watching 12 grocery items vanish from American shelves right now. Let me be clear about what this is and what it is not. This is not a prediction of famine. There is no secret collapse coming next month. What is happening is colder than that. It is permanent, and it is already in motion. 3 corporations are deleting your cheapest and most shelf-stable options on purpose. Stop for a moment, because this is far bigger than juice. 12 items in this video, but the documentation behind it covers far more than 12. I compiled everything into the complete survival research archive. The full corporate discontinuation list, the news only reported in scattered pieces. The shelf-stable replacements that store for years and cost less than the products being removed. The home preservation methods that make a single grocery run last an entire season. The exact pantry build that survives a price spike with no freezer and no power. All of it. One access, permanently, no subscription, no monthly fee. The link is in the description. But stay here, because the worst removals are still ahead. If you have made it this far, you already understand more than most shoppers ever will. You know an empty shelf is rarely an accident. It is a decision made months earlier. Subscribe and share this with someone who still believes their favorites will always be there. Everything I could not fit here is in the complete archive. The link is in the description. Now stay with me. The next removals reach the most basic aisles in the entire store. Items 1 and 2 are the frozen Minute Maid juices I already described. 80 years on the shelf. A 12-ounce can mixed with water-fed entire households through hard winters. A government price report showed that can climbing almost 13% in a single year before they pulled it. So instead of fixing the price, they removed the product. That is the pattern. Burn it into memory. Now we move to the snack aisle, where the bleeding is much worse. PepsiCo, which owns Frito Lay, announced it is cutting 20% of its entire product line. 20%. 1 in every 5 products. Gone by early next year. They have already shut down multiple plants, including the California plant where Flamin' Hot Cheetos were born. Let me give you the names, because vague warnings help no one. Number 3 is Doritos Dynamita Sticks, confirmed gone in the Frito Lay cuts. Number 4 is Flamin' Hot White Cheddar Smart Food Popcorn. Number 5 is Ruffles Lime and Jalapeno. Number 6 is Tostitos Black Bean and Garlic. Number 7 is Lay's Honey BBQ Poppables. Number 8 is Sun Chips Chili Lime. 8 products from one company in a single wave. They let it disappear quietly, so you notice only when the hook is bare, the price tag is peeled off. Now the most basic aisle of all. Breakfast. Number 9, Chocolate Peanut Butter Cheerios, discontinued by General Mills. Number 10, Honey Nut Cheerios Medley Crunch, pulled from the lineup in the same cut. General Mills said the reasons range from weak demand to ingredients no longer available. Translate that honestly. Grain costs rose, and the lower margin boxes were the first to die. Number 11 is Pepsi Peach. Number 12 is Mountain Dew Caffeine Free. Both confirmed gone in the early phase of the PepsiCo overhaul. Now let me connect all 12, because the pattern is the entire point of this video. Frozen juice, snack chips, breakfast cereal, soda, 4 aisles, 1 single machine. Every removed product had one trait in common. It was cheap, it stored well, or it served a budget family. The expensive versions are staying right where they are. The affordable, shelf-stable working-class versions are the ones quietly disappearing. And there's a second pressure stacking directly on top of the first. The cans themselves are getting expensive. Steel and aluminum tariffs are driving up packaging costs across the board. A trade group estimated that items in steel cans could rise 9 to 15%. The United States imports nearly 70% of the steel used to make food cans. So canned fruit, canned vegetables, canned soup, the exact backbone of any survival pantry, that backbone is getting pricier at the very moment the cheap alternatives vanish. This is the quiet squeeze. Remove the budget option. Raise the price on the storage option. Nobody calls it a crisis, because no single step looks like one. Stacked together, it is a slow strangle on the affordable pantry. Let me be honest with you about the limits of what I'm saying. No one is coming to take the food out of your house. This is not that. What is happening is slower and far harder to fight. Your cheapest tools are being removed one at a time, and once a product is discontinued, it does not come back. Once the inventory clears, that is the end of it. The remaining cans of frozen juice will sell while supplies last, then never again. So here's the choice in front of you, and it is a simple one. You can wait and discover the empty shelf the same week you needed the product. Or you can learn which shelf-stable replacements outlast everything being removed, and quietly build the pantry now while the last shipments are still moving. I pinned a comment with the 3 things I deliberately left out of this video. The full corporate discontinuation list for the entire year, the shelf-stable swap for every single item being removed, and the no freezer pantry plan that survives a 15% price spike on canned goods. Those 3 are not in the video. They are in the archive. The link is pinned and in the description. If this opened your eyes, subscribe and share it before the next wave clears the shelves. Every share warns one more family before the last shipment is gone. The next removals are already scheduled, and what they delete next is worse than anything here. The shelf does not warn you. The company does not warn you. This channel does. That is the whole reason it exists. Stock what lasts, verify everything, and never trust an empty shelf to explain itself.